Alright, so you've just picked up Elden Ring Nightreign, or you're about to. You're wondering which class should you actually pick, and what's best for me, and maybe which one you should avoid. In this video, I'm going to break down all 8 Nightfarer classes, how they actually play, their strengths, their weaknesses, and who they're best suited for, and hopefully you can figure out which one is right for you. Also, a quick heads up, I am giving away a deluxe edition copy of Elden Ring Nightreign to one lucky subscriber. All you have to do is like the video, leave a comment, and make sure you're subscribed. I'll be announcing the winner tomorrow in my Discord, so don't miss it. Now, Nightreign plays a little differently to the traditional Elden Ring. Every time you start a run, you begin at level 1. Your stats level up as you go, and it's sort of done like, I guess, automatically in-game. You don't get to pick where your stats go, it's dependent on which Nightfarer you choose. Each class or Nightfarer comes with its own passive abilities, character skills, and ultimate art. No two play the same, and honestly, this game really encourages you to try them all. There's actually obviously a lot of story and lore progression tied to each Nightfarer, side quests, dialogues, special relics. If you're into FromSoft storytelling, I would definitely take the time to experience each class. You'll be rewarded for it. Now, let's talk about the classes. Now, starting up, we have the Duchess. If you've played Bloodborne or like quick, agile combat, this is your class. She's got low health, but insane mobility, dodging with flips, sidesteps that are faster and safer than other classes. Her playstyle is about precision, timing, and burst damage. Her passive ability is called Magnificent Pose. This enhances your dodge movement and invincibility frames. Her skill, Restage, is incredibly fun. It lets you repeat the last few seconds of damage you dealt. So if you have your team just hit hard, you can double up and do it again. Her ultimate is Finale, which turns you and your teammates invisible for a few seconds. It's amazing for repositioning, escaping a bad fight, or obviously setting up a nice backstab ambush. If you're confident with dodging and obviously like the stylish gameplay with the Duchess, this is going to be incredibly fun. But she is a glass cannon, so timing is everything. Next up, we have the Wylder. Now, if you want something more balanced, Wylder is, let's call it the jack of all trades class. It's a great pick for beginners. Wylder starts with a great sword and shield, offering a solid mix of defense and offense. His passive is Sixth Sense. It literally lets you survive a fatal blow once per expedition. It's like a get out of free jail card. And I think it's perfect for just learning the game, especially if it's your first time playing a Souls-like game. His skill is Claw Shot. It's a grappling hook that pulls enemies to you, or it lets you swing across terrain. This is great for mobility or picking off key targets. His ultimate is called Onslaught Stake. It's a big explosive bolt that hits like a truck. Fire it up close and you'll do massive damage while being protected during the animation. He's a well-rounded class with tools for every situation. If you honestly don't know who to pick, out of all the classes I'm going to go over, I would recommend starting with Wylder. Now, next up we have Raider. If you want to be the brawler, smashing enemies with your raw strength, go with the Raider. This guy is built for staggering damage and close-up chaos. His passive is Fighter's Resolved. It makes him flinch resistant. He can keep swinging even while taking light hits. His skill is Retaliate. It's all about timing. You charge it up, you take a hit while you're charging it up, and then you release a powerful counterpunch that can break enemy guards and stagger bosses. His ultimate is Totem Stellar. A giant stone slab you slam into the ground, and it blocks projectiles, it gives buffs, and your teammates can literally climb on top of it for the high ground advantage. And if you're in a boss fight, they can literally just stay up there and shoot the boss. It's pretty cool. If you want to bully enemies with obviously big hits and some creative utility, Raider is a beast. Now, my personal favorite we're going to talk about is the Ironeye. He is, let's call him the sniper. If you like dealing damage from a safe distance while supporting your team, this one's for you. Ironeye's passive is called Eagle Eye. It boosts item drop rates, so this is super useful for just farming up in the first few nights and just gearing up. Now, the skill is actually called Marking, and this will mark enemies to create a temporary weak point. So this is going to be super handy in boss fights where you just need to do a big burst of damage, maybe even paired with the Duchess. This could be huge. And then finally, his ultimate is single shot, a massive piercing arrow that goes through anything in its path. Position it right and you'll hit multiple enemies or even chunk a boss from across the map. The reason I like Ironeye so much is I tend to stray towards the ranged characters, and he's a very mobile, high damaged ranged pick, which just lets you punish enemies from afar. Up next, we have the Guardian. Now, if you like to be a tank or being, I guess, the shield of the team, this is your role. Guardian starts off with a halberd and a massive great shield. His passive is Steel Guard. It enhances his block stance, letting you absorb more damage and stand your ground. His skill, Whirlwind, creates a gust of wind around him that knocks enemies back and deflects projectiles. It's perfect for controlling crowds or saving teammates. His ultimate is Wings of Salvation. He leaps into the air and slams the ground, creating a healing and defensive buff zone. It also revives down teammates in the area, which is super clutch when you're in co-op. If you enjoy holding aggro, protecting your squad, Guardian is your pick. Up next, we have the Recluse. Now, this is for you mages out there. Recluse is your go-to caster. Now, she has the highest FP pool of any class, which is your magic, but she also has the lowest health. So you need to play very smart if you're going to pick Recluse. Her passive is Elemental Defense. This lets her collect elemental energy from enemies and allies. Her skill, Magic Cocktail, is unique. It combines the elements you've gathered and triggers random effects. Sometimes it's like an AoE freeze. Other times it might spawn wisps or boost your movement. Every fourth cast triggers a special effect. The ultimate is Soul Blood Song. It marks an enemy, and when you or your team hit the target, you get healing and you get your FP back. Perfect for long fights or clutch moments. Recluse is very flexible, creative, and super fun. And if you love playing a mage, come on, you have to pick the Recluse. Now, let's talk about the Executor, the parry god. Think of it as like a high-risk, high-reward duelist. The Executor is the parry god. This class is all about timing and precision. He wields a katana, parries incoming attacks to build holy energy, and then unleashes it in powerful strikes. As you land the perfect parries, you build up energy that can be used to unleash massive bursts of damage. And when it's time to go all in, his ultimate transforms him into a holy beast with a complex new moveset. Think of it as like a high-risk, high-reward duelist. I wouldn't say it's very beginner-friendly, but it's insanely satisfying if you can master it. If you love Sekiro, this is definitely your class. And then last but not least, we have the Revenant. Now, the Revenant's latest gameplay just got released today, so we get our first, I would say, official look at the skill set. Now, this is your Necromancer support class. She blends the summoning spells with utility, and obviously she's very good at keeping herself alive with a really cool, unique kit. Her passive is Necromancy, which automatically raises the spirits of enemies you kill and they fight alongside you, distracting and pressuring enemies without you needing to micromanage them. I would say if you're ever going to do a solo run in Nightreign, Revenant would be great because, hey, it just gives you free teammates. Her skill is Summon Spirit. This lets her call on one of 3 fallen family members of hers. You have Helen, Frederick, and Sebastian. Now, the Helen summon is a fast and fragile, very weak summon that is also good for burst damage. So think of it as like the glass cannon summon. You've got Frederick, which is a slow but powerful summon, ideal for breaking guards. And then you have Sebastian, which is a tank that holds position and will absorb hits for you. And finally, her ultimate is Immortal March. Now, this is probably going to be one of the best in the entire game. It grants temporary immortality to you and nearby allies, potentially saving your team from a wipe. It also revives anyone who's down. It's one of the strongest support tools in the game. Her main weapon is this cool, like I would call it like a spectral claws. for her melee, and she obviously has the fingersteel for casting. Now, I would say Revenant's gameplay is all about the team synergy. If you have a nuts Revenant on your team, the runs are going to go so smooth. So let's do a full class recap. So we have Duchess, which is your stealthy, high mobility rogue. You've got the Wylder, a balanced all-rounder, great for beginners. The Raider, brawler with heavy melee and counterplay. You've got the Ironeye, which is a range support / sniper. You've got the Guardian, which is a tank with heals and crowd control. The Recluse is your magic mage, focused with elemental synergy. The Executor, which is your parry master with a really cool transformation. And then you've got Revenant, which is your necromancer support with summons and revives. But once again, Nightreign really rewards experimenting with each class. And like I said, each class has its own storyline, side quests, and relics. So even if you start with one, I highly recommend trying them all over time, because all of them just sound cool as hell. But yeah, let me know in the comments which one you guys are going to pick. As well, we've just added a new Elden Ring Nightreign channel to the Discord. And don't forget, I am giving away a deluxe edition of Nightreign. So try your chances, like the video, leave a comment, make sure you're subscribed. Thank you guys for watching the video. And if you enjoyed, I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.